G'day guys, I've just been looking at some news about this new PC Classic console that's been announced. And yeah, it's getting the usual amount of hate and derision from, the typical YouTube channels who do those sorts of things. I'll just throw up a picture of what happens when you search for PC Classic on YouTube. That's just the first 4 videos that come up. But I just wanted to talk about why I think this thing could possibly be a success. I'm not saying it will be. And the point that I think a lot of these guys are missing, who are very negative on this, they seem to be even more negative about this than about the PlayStation Classic, which I also think is pretty undeserved. But anyway, so first off, a point a lot of these guys make that a lot of these games are going to be easily available and you can just emulate them on your PC at home. And look, that's probably going to be entirely true, right? But most people actually don't want to do that. Your casual gamers are going to see this and think, oh wow, look at these PC games I used to play, and buy it. They're not interested in installing emulators, messing around with old games to get them to work. It's going to be a plug and play solution, right? It's no different technically from your NES Classic or your SNES Classic, and they've been very successful. So I think I'm not really understanding the hate with this one. Again, look, I think in a lot of cases it's just clickbait. I think you get more views hating on something than you do giving it a decent review or looking into it properly or going through the positives and negatives. And there's a couple of channels in particular that seem to use this strategy to get a lot of views. I'd also just like to, make the point that it's not possible to give a verdict or a real verdict on a product that hasn't been released yet. So a lot of these channels just seem to be very negative about it. Very negative about everything really lately, at least for a couple of these channels. So onto the PC Classic itself. It's going to be, according to the PC Classic website, it's going to be about defining the PC gaming experience of the 80s and 90s. Look, I can't say that I'm a fan of the way that this case looks that they have made for it, but hopefully that'll get updated to look a bit more cool. I think it kind of doesn't look great, especially the oversized power button in the front in comparison to the size of the actual case. So if you look at the video playing in the background, you can see there are 2 USB ports in the front with a 3rd USB port in the back. You've got both composite video, you've also got HDMI output. Games will be pre-configured for joystick support, although they show the guy in the video playing with a gamepad. You also, and this I think is a pretty good or pretty important point for a retro PC console, it will have keyboard and mouse support out of the box. I do think as well that there is actually quite a large amount of nostalgia towards old PC gaming, and although you can emulate these things on a modern PCs, there hasn't been really an easy to use plug and play solution up until, well, this product launches, if it does end up launching. And while I do understand people's skepticism, what's probably going to make this either a success or not, considering if it gets off the ground, is really going to be its games library. That's how people have sort of been so negative about the PlayStation Classic. They haven't been happy with the games library. So this is really going to be down to what games are included. Are they good value? Are they going to be able to get the licensing for these games, and etc, etc. Now, do I think it's going to actually get off the ground? Is this going to be a success? Look, it's too early to say. I'd feel a lot more confident about it if it was a bigger company developing it. But that being said, you'll just have to wait and see. What I can't stand lately is just all the negativity in particularly the YouTube retro gaming community. I just think it's a bit sad, and I actually think it's really what happens when, you know, retro gaming becomes your job. You know, it's not. It seems like this is no longer fun for some of these guys who run these channels. It's become a big job for them, and their negativity comes through in the videos that they're making. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Would like to hear what you guys think about it. If you want to leave a comment, that'd be great. And please subscribe if you enjoy this video or other of my videos. Thanks for watching.